Currently down the bottom of this old abandoned street here today to take a look at Holystone, or is it HS175D. Apparently this is the most popular drone. I haven't flown it yet, so let's get this out and give it a go, is it? So in the box, comes in a really nice carry case, hard shell material, and this is it's quite a budget drone. This one, it's about £160 at the moment. You can see it looks like quite high quality for the price you're getting there. There's a battery in the drone, and there's a spare here. Here's your controller. We've got a charger, well, a wire to charge that up, and then there's 2 different charging wires for both batteries, so you can charge them at the same time. A screwdriver, which is for replacing the blades if you need to. There's a full set of spare blades in there. So, if we were on grass here, what I'd recommend is to take off from here, so we've got a nice stable surface. But we're lucky today, we're on the tarmac that nobody uses, so set it up on there. It's very lightweight. I think it said it's about 220 grams or something like that. Got a little addition there so it doesn't come on when it's in the packaging. Okay, and that's solid. And we'll do the same on this, hold this down. Now apparently when we're pairing, we need to make sure it's facing away from us. Just put that there. And then you press up and down on the left hand stick. Now we can use it with just this controller, but a cool feature, it's got a camera on the front, is to use your mobile to connect to that camera on the front to give us a first person view. We're going to try 2 different apps. This is the one they recommend. It's HS GPS V5. Let's give that a go first. So it says calibrate here. You need to spin it round 3 times, keeping it level. Okay, and this way. And now that is calibrated. And now you see on our phone, got the first person view. Yo! And we should be just about ready for takeoff. It also shows us that it's got GPS mode activated, which means it's now connected to the satellites. It shows the signal up here. So if we lose the drone, it will land in the same spot. That's the plan. So what we need to do is calibrate the gyro. We go southwest on both. Okay. And we can see it's starting to flash down there, which means it's working. And then to unlock the motors, we need to go at 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock, like this. You'll hear it spinning up. And it's now spinning. It's quite quiet actually. Now we should be able to take off now. There we go. Well, it's actually looking really stable. It's not moving about at all, as you can see. Okay, so we're drifting a little bit here. So what I'll do now, I'll get the video going so you can see the quality of it. Turn this around to look at this. So I'm finding that it is drifting a little bit now on its own. so we need to keep an eye on it. Okay, so what happened then, it kept drifting towards those trees. So instead of crashing, I just came down to land. For an entry-level drone, it feels very good, but I'll say when you take your hands off the controls, it does tend to drift a little bit. It keeps going a little bit. Let's take off again, so we can get this mastered. So on the app, this app does seem to work just fine. You've got all the controls. You can see me in the corner there. If you want to take off, you can either use the buttons on this controller. Actually, we should have these out. There we go, that's better. This is the take off and landing button, but we've got one here as well. So we unlock the motors, and it's actually really quiet, I'll give it that. We could press this one here to take off, slide to the right, and you'll see off it goes. And what we've got to remember is this is a 160 pound drone, not a 500 pound drone. There I am. The quality's not too bad actually. Considering the price of this thing, it is impressive. So we can take a little look down the road there, shall we? Hang on, let me make sure I got the hang of this now. Right, it's just told me mid-flight that my card wasn't formatted properly, so it's formatting it again for me. So that'll be the SD card that's actually in the drone right now. It does say it's still recording though, so I'm not quite sure about that one. Right, there we go, nice smooth landing. It's fun to fly, but it is quite difficult, I gotta be honest. It feels quite like you've got to be on these controls because it wants to just keep going when you're stopping all the time. So I've flown quite a lot of drones, and this one is more similar to like a racing drone, so you need to keep on these controls to make sure it's going the way you want it to go. But it's £160, what do you expect? It's not going to have those more expensive details that you get from a £500 drone, which is more of a common price for these sort of things. So there's a couple of features on there I want to try now. I want to try this return to home. So what it does, if you lose signal or if you just panic, your drone will go up to 65 foot, fly straight back to you and come down where you took off. Take off. And we get a bit of height so we can get above the trees. There we go. And we don't need to look at the drone now, we just look at the screen. See which way we're pointing. And we can tilt that camera up and down to get a better view for us. And you can see us now down in this square circle. Square circle? Circle-y square. Right, just turn now and go down the road. Let's go forward. There's no gimbal on it, which is where you can see it's a little bit wobbly either side. And do you know what? I think we've actually maxed out on the distance. Right. So this will be on as default. You press the cog in the center there, in the corner, and it's got beginner mode on for us. So we need to turn that off. And now we've unlocked the extra distance now. There we go. That's better. So we can go and have a look at that digger properly. This road has been abandoned for as long as I've known. With the digger there, I don't know if they're planning to do something. Right, so we've just about lost signal. So it says here 116 meters away. And now we're getting on here, going home. Hopefully home is here. We'll find out. It's actually flying backwards. Here it comes. Quite high speed actually. Now we took off from over here somewhere. So it should land about the same place. It looks really good. I don't know if that's on the camera. That's actually very accurate. That's where we came from. We can't fault that. Can't fault it at all. So next we think we'll go up. We'll just take a few photos. We've actually been flying for quite a while now, haven't we? But the battery is still saying 3/4. So with that second battery, you're going to have a lot of fun playing with this for quite a long time, I think. Right, off we go again! Get a better photo of that. Hey! Right, what's the quality like of that then? So what I've noticed is that sometimes it's staying really steady, and then other times it will start drifting a little bit. I don't know if that's to do with when it loses a GPS satellite or something. Might go on side to side. Okay, as you can see, it takes a little second for it to get back to hovering. I take my hands off the controls. It takes a couple of seconds for it to stop. 1, 2, 3. Maybe about 4 or 5 seconds just to steady itself. Which is not bad, is it? It's not bad. Considering a couple of years ago, there was no stabilisation at all. You just had to just do it all yourself to keep it in flight. Get a bit more confident with this now. That is the problem though, when you get confident, that's when the accidents happen. Let's go down here. Oh yes, we're motoring now. Right, so we've just got the low battery. So as soon as you hear that, it's good practice to bring it back. Done. So this drone was gifted to me today for the purposes of this review. So let's have a think about it. Would we buy one of these? HS175D. Not the most catchy name ever, but it flies well. It does what it says it's going to do. Obviously the camera quality is not amazing, but it's good to take little selfies. For £160, you get something that it pretty much stays level where it is. It takes a couple of seconds for that to kick in, but it does kick in. You get a return to home function, which is amazing. So if you lose this, lose sight of it, or lose signal, instead of just crashing, that return to home is going to kick in. It's going to go up, it's going to come straight back to you and land exactly where you took off. It is a little bit tricky to fly, especially if you're a first timer for this, but it's great fun. I think I'd pick somewhere a little bit more open than this, go in the centre of a field, and you know nothing's going to happen then. And like I say, you don't even need a mobile phone, you can do it all with this. You've got the video and photo here. You can tilt the lens up and down. This is how to calibrate it. There's your return to home. And that one's for takeoff and landing. So it's all there for you. Could it be a little toy for Christmas? They do say you're supposed to be over 14. If you've got some big fields for your kid to play in, or just for yourself to play in, that could be a great Christmas present. Thanks for checking that out. Catch you next time. Breakity break-o, and shout out to these legends.